Corsair button to restart.
Check.
Check.
Alright.
evening, folks. Welcome out to the 6th round of our Caribbean GT3 Championship. We are currently at Zandvoort. The guys have just left. Oh my goodness. Now we lost control of our drone there. But the guys have just left the paddock area, the pit area, and they're about to begin their fast laps here at Zandvoort. Matthew Titus is the first one here out in front. He's in the McLaren 720S. And it's raining here on the coast of the North Sea. TJ, yeah, we haven't done any of the Caribbean tracks this year, as a matter of fact. No Caribbean sim racing championship this year. We focused mainly on our primary championships, which are namely our GT3, Porsche Cup, and the Formula Championship. And we decided to do an invitational championship as well, international championship. We called that one the Nations Cup, where we had apart from our regular Caribbean countries out here, we also had Brazil taking part in that one. Matthew Titus is now on a flying lap here. We will not expect, however, the exact times to be placed here in this session right now, at least right now, in terms of the laps that they're currently doing. This one lap, this two, it's just what needs about at least 2 laps to get these tires warmed up and going here for qualifying. Matthew Titus should put a time here on the board after his first true flying lap here at Zandvoort. Takes that on the curb. You want to be careful, not too much curb, as it is wet. That's going to be a 143.322. Eastman comes across the line now. He's done a 143.467. Daniel Williams though goes fastest with a 143 flat. Ricardo Swaby back here with a 143.647. Shane Wallace goes faster now with a 142.485 from the Jamaican. Mitej Ramdani in the Ferrari goes 1 minute 43.385. Javon Parry with a 143.867 here in his Porsche. And we're still waiting a time from Jaden Harrison and Michael Charles, who's still in pit lane. Currently the track is damp. And you can see at the top of your screen, top right hand side of your screen, you can see a clock, and you've got 10'30'. So that's the clock, means currently, as in the present moment. 10' means 10 minutes from now, and 30' means 30 minutes from now. And right below that, you have some little decals, weather looking like icons, and they're indicating to you the kind of weather to expect here within the next 10 minutes and 30 minutes. And as you can see, it continues on to be a damp track here at Zandvoort. And that should be the intel. He slides that one, and there, Jaden Harrison. He is faster now than everyone else by 1.3 seconds at that, too, in this McLaren. He's flying right now. And Shane Wallace has got his work cut out for him. And you do not see right now that Shane is increasing his lead against his previous fastest lap. But this guy right here, Jaden Harrison, was, as he slows down to take that turn there, he has lost about a tenth or so, but that could always be that he's setting himself up to go even faster. He's already up now, 2/10 after those series of turns. Oh, but he goes off track, and he's definitely gonna have that one stricken from the books now. Who is increasing their lead now is Shane Wallace. He's up a 10th here, going around turn number 1. And we'll follow along with Shane. Let's take a ride on board to see the conditions from inside the car. Comes out, he's seen about a second here. He's not going to take pole position, Shane Wallace, but he does decrease the time from 1.3 seconds to just under half a second now. Shane Wallace effectively taking just almost rather a second out of Jaden Harrison's time. Will he increase? Will he continue on and increasing here, or rather decreasing his time to Harrison? We'll just have to wait and see. Well, Harrison has already started a new lap and is seeing slight delta improvements right now, but Shane Wallace is on the grind here to get a faster lap out of these tires in these conditions now. Unfortunately, he did not increase on that lap, and Jaden Harrison isn't as well. Daniel Williams is, though. He was just seeing about half a second there to his 1.5 seconds. Ooh, does not want to be doing that, and unsettles the car there. Mustangs doesn't seem quite fast out here now. He's definitely lost it there, going around the penultimate turn. Who is increasing, or rather decreasing his time to the leaders is Matthew Titus. He's seeing about half a second improvement right now. will cross the line and cannot go faster than 5th position. But the car is coming to him, Eastman too. It's on a valid lap actually, but Ricardo Swaby is seen about half a second now as he slides that one out. He's not lost anything in this one though. He's carrying it on quite well. He comes across the line. He has lost about 3/10 there on that lap though. But is doing well here. Michael Charles sitting this one out. He wants to start from the back of the grid. And in these conditions, I don't know, man. And we currently have no one improving on their lap here or on a valid lap at that. I want to believe right now that those tires have fallen off now of those cars. Kimani Eastman, your championship leader here. If he wins this championship, it will be the first time he would have bagged one here at CSRO. But these guys are catching up, and they're catching up fast. She's got a bank and performing quite well here at this event. He's currently seeing about, let me just bring it up here quite quickly. I think he's going slowly now. So who then is on a faster lap? Mitesh Ramdani is on a faster lap, but it's not a valid lap. Oh yes it is! It is a valid lap, and he goes 3rd fastest here, Mitesh Ramdani. Let's just take a look at the times here. With just under 2 minutes rather, we currently have no one improving. So I can give you guys a look at the times here as we wrap up qualifying at the moment. Daniel Williams is seeing an improvement now. Let's follow along with Daniel there in the background. For the driver standings right now, Kimani Eastman leads the championship with 56 points. Shane Wallace with 51 points. Michael Charles 50. He's won the last 2 races, which brought him up to that 50, and he's now there in the big league, smelling at that championship lead. Jaden Harrison has missed at least 2 races. He's dropped out of 1. And he missed 1. Oh, Daniel Williams not staying off of those curbs, and he needs to. But Jaden Harrison 49 points, and Declan Daniel, who we haven't seen in the last 3 races and was very, very promising here in the GT3 championship with 43 points rather, in 5th position there. Daniel Williams will improve, but it's not enough. Or is it to get up into 4th position? No, it is not. Kimani Eastman though is improving here on his lap. So is Mitesh Ramdani. But Mitesh Ramdani needs to find at least 1.2 seconds there to claim that front row alongside Jaden Harrison. I don't believe he will be able to do so with qualifying being over now. Mitesh Ramdani loses actually a 10th there, and Kimani Eastman, who we're currently looking at, slides there on the curb, and he will also lose about a 10th too, and he's got to give up on that lap. Mitesh Ramdani, here he comes then. Goes around the midsection of the track now. He is improving right now though, but it's not going to be enough, but at least He's going to have some information to go by here. Some data, some well-needed data will come alongside him on this lap. Gets on the power. You can see that car wanting to squirm out from under him, but he does not give it a chance to do so now. Goes down the back straightaway. He's seen a 3/10 of their improvement, and though it wouldn't get him on the front row, it will definitely. Oh, Michael Charles steps on out of the pits, and on his first flying lap, drops in at second position there. He demotes Machine Wallace from that front row. Machine now alongside Mitesh Ramdan here on the second row. Mitesh comes across the line there, the final car to do so. And as we can see here now, I'll bring up the times for you. That is where we stand, ladies and gentlemen. Jaden Harrison goes fastest with a 1:49.65, almost half a second clear of second position there in Michael Charles. Michael probably wanting to be out there sooner, but maybe he was trying to get some settings dialed in for his Mustang. Then we have Machine Wallace starting off on the second row. Wallace right here. And he comes in actually, Mikhail just pipped him there for that second position, demoting Mission to that third. Machine will have Mitesh next to him in the Ferrari. And then Kimani Eastman, our championship leader, unfortunately cannot do better than fifth position. Daniel Williams in the other Mustang here in sixth. Matthew Titus in seventh. Javon Parry in eighth. Ricardo Swaby in ninth. And Christopher Schmeichel, unfortunately, he did not get to drop in a time there. But it's Jaden Harrison now with the best time on the board now. Just leave this up for you guys. Really good information here too. In terms of the sector times, if you notice, you have 4 different time bubbles or bubbles, I should say. And Jaden Harrison had the first 2 sectors on lockdown with that purple, indicating that he went fastest. Oops, they took it off, so we'll not be able to see that. But we are ready now to go racing, ladies and gentlemen. We will have 1 lap going around. Alright guys, just so you know, the invisible cloaking method on the first lap, it actually comes now standard with this server. I have requested it for it to be removed because I understand that not much would like it, but I haven't gotten a response just yet. So after this 1 lap of your formation lap, we will go racing. Then you'll have another lap where the cars are invisible. I'm telling you this so you can take the best line at race start and try to maximize your position throughout that 1 lap. least half the race we will be seeing this kind of weather here. So it's going to be weather for the times here at Zandvoort. I mean, we haven't had it. We've got a very light wind coming in from the northeast rather. As we are ready to go racing here. They're coming around the final parts here of the track to go back onto the straightaway. We'll start lining up now in their formation, which is going. You got to get into formation now. After the race start, that's it. You can fight however which way it goes. Here's the helicam. What a grid we have here tonight for this 6th round bout. As long as the race director is comfortable here, the starter rather is comfortable here, they will get the green and they're gone, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, it's a hole! We have a great start here from Michael Charles. He's already taken it on. Jaden Harrison though fighting back for this one, and we've got a 4 wide actually going down there. This is what I was talking about earlier, the ghosting situation. We're trying to get that removed, but it is everyone's ball game right now to try and take advantage of it. Just run your line, your fastest line here. Mitejko getting caught out of that one now. He's seen the grass, and now he's been demoted from that battle there with Kimani Eastman, Javon Parry, and Daniel Williams. Matthew Titus at the helm of that one. Michelle Wallace losing out there on that start to try and capitalize there. But it's Michael Charles. What an awesome start to pip Jaden Harrison here for the lead of this race now. Kimani Eastman losing a position there to Daniel Williams and Javon Parry. Don't forget, Javon Parry and Kimani Eastman has got a rivalry that is unmatched, ladies and gentlemen. Jaden Harrison for the moment just overtook Michael Charles. I want to believe it's true. The turn, and now he's fighting up because, you know, after the end of this lap, they go racing as bumper cars. Oh no, Matej Ramdani now in the gravel trap. He does get going again, but we'll look now. It seems as though Michael Charles will have this advantage. I think Matthew Titus has dived into pit lane now with some damage. Yeah, he already is in pit lane. He's got to get that fixed there, Matthew Titus. Ricardo Swaby is looking at Matej Ramdani here for that 7th position. Kimani Eastman rather. Is seeing Daniel Williams fight it out with Javon Parry, and Parry trying to get away now from his rival Kimani Eastman. Jaden Harrison still sticking by with Michael Charles now, and Michelle Wallace almost in no man's land, about 3.5 seconds ahead of Javon Parry here. Parry on the power, and he tries to go. I thought he actually oversteered that one, but he actually planted that car quite nicely wide so that he can optimize the exit of this turn. And we have these two fighting once more. This is where I thought the pass was the last time. Well, look at it. Oh, he's going to get squeezed onto the grass. He just avoids that. Is he still in contention for this fight? No, he is not. He's going to lose this position position momentarily here, Michael Charles. Jaden Harrison outwittingly smarts him. And now tries to break the toe. Michael Charles thinks better of it. Goes wide to try and capitalize here on the exit. While Jaden Harrison was looking on the inside. Race on, ladies and gentlemen, between these two in tricky conditions as well. You don't want to overheat these intermediates, or rather wet tires. But the track has moved from wet to damp, so we have seen a let up now of the race since it started. Williams still fighting that out, and now Williams trying to turn on the pressure here on a Parry as well. Michelle Wallace is catching up to the duo in front as well. Oh, Williams not liking the exit of that turn. He stays on the inside. He's actually going to get a door open up here from Parry as Parry runs it wide, but he gets back on the power now. Parry alongside Williams, and now Eastman is having to look at the rear. Too wide into this turn. Parry, ladies and gentlemen, almost snatching the bumper off of that Mustang. Mitesh Ramdani joins the fight, closes the door on him. Daniel Williams to Javon Parry. Eastman now having a look at that Porsche, and he wants it. Mitesh Ramdani as well in this one. Jaden Harrison holds on to the lead of the race, but he still cannot pull it away. On the inside, Mitesh Ramdani. Can he get it slowed down? No, he cannot. The Parry made the same mistake as well. Ricardo goes off as well in the rear. But Ricardo. Wallace, where's Wallace? Oh no, we've had an issue here with Michelle Wallace. We weren't seeing the yellow flags, or were there? Went into pit lane? Yes, he actually did went into pit lane. Might have had to serve a drive-through penalty. I'm not quite sure. Did not see that come up though. And I'm also not seeing the leaderboard for you guys. Let me just try and see if it's fixed. But Jaden Harrison is now stretching that lead. Nice shot there of McKellen background. And Eastman, this fight here has calmed down. Mitesh Ramdani looking at Javon Parry. Eastman looking at Daniel Williams for third position right now. So while we look at these two fights here simultaneously, this is amazing. They're actually separated by the same amount of time, these two fights. I wonder if Javon Parry has damage after that little outing here. Very confident on the brakes, Mitesh Ramdani. Kimani Eastman has lost touch here just a bit with Daniel Williams. So Mitesh Ramdani against Parry is the closest fight we've got for you. Stick a ride on board with Ramdani here. race start has basically reached an impasse here because, well, not an impasse rather, but after the race start, you know, it's always hectic with the race start. Look at that Porsche leaning on its tires there as it comes around that corner. Mitesh Ramdani is much closer now, but he's not making a move on the inside, is he? Not on this lap. He's a little bit too far back here. And he's versus the Jamaican. Fastest lap on the board right now. It's a 1 minute 40.990 there, set by Jaden Harrison for the last lap. The closest person we've got to him is Michael Charles with a 1.1465. Also don't want to cook these tires too early. So Parry could be controlling this race right now, the way that it's going. Even closer now, Mitesh Ramdani. Will he take a look on the inside? He's got to, man. Yes, he does. He goes for it. Heavy on the brake, the Ferrari, and they collide now. Parry not seeing that Ferrari in his right side. And now we're going to have damage there to the front of that Ferrari. Yes, we can see a little bit of damage there on the canards of that car. Has settled down at the moment here. Pit lane will go live in about 2 minutes time. Defending now on the inside because he knows Mitesh Ramdani is stronger here through this section of the track. Mitesh really close now, pressuring Javon and Parry in this one. Really nice driving here too. A bump in the road right there. Getting real close. He's telling him, hey, I got your number, buddy. You can't run, you can't hide. Coming for that position. Oh, this is where Parry likes to go wide and then shut the door, but now there's an entire Ferrari there and they collide once more. Advantage parry. Shane Wallace passes Ricardo Suemi now after that drive-through pit lane adventure. I'm pretty sure it was a penalty that drove him into the pit lane, but here he is in the background, just at the top of your screen. On the inside though, and they collide again. And now Mitej is going to lose out big time on that race. That's definitely one for the books. We're going to have to take a look at that one there. But man, oh man. Goes on the inside, and it seems as though he collected. He actually collected the, let's take a look once more, the heli cam. So here he is on the inside. Oh, just, yeah, that's on his own. I think there was good enough room there on the inside. He just collected the curb, and that definitely spit that car out there. Unfortunate there for Matej Ramdan. Eastman though, well, not rather Eastman, but Shane Wallace will go up into 5th position now as he tries to work his way back to the front of this field. He's down by almost 11 seconds though to Kimani Eastman. Kimani Eastman currently lapping at 1 minute 42s, and Shane Wallace is doing 1 minute 43s, but his best is 1:42.132. So he's got that in him to try and grab some more time from Kimani Eastman to try and get back here ahead of Kimani Eastman. Jaden Harrison though, Jamaican here, is your race leader. And is enjoying just about 4.5 seconds to Mikhail Charles. Mikhail in the Mustang here has won the last 2 races and was quite out of pocket there because as we knew the guy coming into CSRO, he was actually on a mouse and keyboard. He's now elevated himself onto a wheel and pedal setup, or we call it a proper sim rig. And now this is where he's at. He's leading races, being on the podiums, winning races, and he's definitely a contender for this championship. He can get back here at Jaden Harrison, or even stick around to grab the majority of the points available to him. Just a little bit too much with that curve. Ford Mustang, ladies and gentlemen, the latest GT3 car in the world. So Ford has re-entered the fight here with GT3, and it's already available in the sim. Of course it is. Assetto Corsa Competizione, if you're not familiar, it is the official game of the Stefan Rattel organization, SRO Motorsports. And they actually employed Kunos Simulazioni, who is the developer of ACC, to make an official game for them, which is of course ACC. I should have said that the developers of AC, Assetto Corsa. And so this is what we are using today as the pit lane goes live, ladies and gentlemen. Will be your first set of pit stops. Oh, we have Mitej Ramdani actually being the first one to dive into pit lane. I'm pretty sure he has damage on this Ferrari. He's already on the back foot. You can see a lot of damage there to that left side door. He's going to want to have that fixed, get a fresh set of tires. Does not need to refuel, or at least I am not aware of his strategy, of his simulation, so I'm not quite sure what exactly he will do. Christopher Schmeichel we've actually lost here in this one. He hasn't had much seat time in that Bentley, and as a matter of fact, that Bentley is quite annoying to drive on top of that. Calling it quits there. As you've got your leaders now coming by. Front straightaway. Oh, Daniel Williams taking a lot out of that turn. Kimani Eastman not that far away now. Or rather, still. What a nice sounding car too as they take that turn there. As they take that turn there, it pops and bangs out of the exhaust. That's what you're hearing. You have on headphones, man, turn that up. Beautiful V8 sounding car. Javon and Parry now goes into pit lane. Oh. It's a lot of speed he wanted to carry through there. Managed to keep it on track though. Thanks a lot there for the subscription, Christopher. Oh, he's made a mistake now, Daniel Williams. And Kimani Eastman is right there to teach him a lesson. Eastman now under a second to Daniel Williams. Oh, and he makes another mistake, Daniel Williams. Those tires have got to be overheating now. Because we've seen him throwing that car through those turns, and it's not going to like that. Stick a ride on board the McLaren. Gets back on the power there, very smooth in the way he does so. Definitely want to stay off of these curves right now. Most of the times you just want to stay off of the curves. These curves, especially here at Zandvoort, they love to chew you up and spit you out. A little bit longer there to stretch out this lead that he's trying to get. Oh, he made a mistake there though, Kimani Eastman, and what he had gained just a few meters before, he has lost now with that mistake, but he's still very close here on the braking. He goes the backup, very, very strong here on the braking. Now we'll see what the Mustang likes going over those curves. No, it does not. Tipping toe through this section, you can hear them just a little bit of your toes on in the accelerator, missing the apex though on that turn, and it's advantage to Daniel Williams now. Daniel surviving yet another lap. He's been able to open a gap by a tenth or so to Kimani Eastman. Very smooth too is Daniel Williams in his delivery of the acceleration there. And you know they say slow is smooth and smooth is fast. That's what you want to be doing in these kind of conditions here. hear him switching over to the next gear even before he has finished the previous gear. That is to make sure you don't get wheel spin here out of the turn. You can actually go on the power sooner, and the car will be able to grab that power sooner. As Kimani Eastman now tries a very long and lengthy brake section there, or rather short one. Short? It's a short one actually. Keeps trying and trying and trying here. He makes it. He's currently trying to make it an issue here for Daniel Williams, but so far on this lap, it seems as though Daniel Williams has picked up the slack. Oh, Michael Charles goes into pit lane now. We're gonna have to take a look at that. He's gonna probably try and undercut now on Jaden Harrison. Let's see how long he will stand there in pit lane. The fastest pit stop so far has been Javon Parry. 34 seconds in the box, 59 seconds in the lane. Here comes Michael Charles though. He's done 35 seconds in the box and 58 seconds in the lane. That's a pretty good stop there from Michael Charles. Where's Jaden Harrison? He's now entering the hairpin. As he comes around the next two turns here. How much is he leading by? He's currently leading by 31.5 seconds there to Daniel Williams. Oh, this fight's not with Daniel Williams, with Michael Charles. So he's got at least almost a minute, I would say, in the bag here. Jaden Harrison's got a free stop as long as he doesn't mess up anything here for himself right now. Kimani Eastman back on the case here with Daniel Williams now. Williams take to that pit lane here as he's probably goes right again there. Daniel Williams. Kimani Eastman definitely not trying to do that. That last lap there was null and void, but here he goes running wide here. Daniel Williams Bridge will enable Kimani Eastman to increase that lead now that he's got ahead of him. But Shane Wallace, you can hear the next engine roaring to the side of your TV set. That is Shane Wallace there in the other McLaren behind Kimani Eastman. That's getting closer and closer to this fighting duo of Daniel Williams and Kimani Eastman. Eastman is not that fast around this part of the track, and so he loses touch and loses pace just a bit here with Daniel Williams. Titus is closing the gap to Ricardo Swaby. Let's take a look at that. Michael Charles now getting closer to this bunch here. He's not wanting. He doesn't want to be held up by these guys. Still to pit is Ricardo Swaby, who's also ahead of him right now. Ricardo will dive into pit lane right now, though. So it's just Matthew Titus and Michael Charles. This is fight for position. The Trinidadian versus the Jamaican here. Michael, the Trinidadian, gets out ahead, though. So I'm sorry I can't get, I don't know why the leaderboard's not working right now, but I'm going to call it out for you. Jaden Harrison still leads this race. Daniel Williams in second. Kimani Eastman in third. Machine Wallace in fourth. Michael Charles, who we're looking at right now, in fifth, trying to make his way back to the front of the pack after he did his pit stop. Matthew Titus there at the back, in the background, in the Auto McLaren. And we have Ricardo Swiby in seventh, Javon Parry in eighth, and Mitesh Ramdani in ninth. We've already lost Christopher Schmeichel in this one. And both Matthew Titus and Michael Charles have pitted. No, actually, Matthew Titus, I think he had to do a drive-through. Maybe it was under the start in which they had to do that drive-through. I think they might have jumped the start there himself and Machine Wallace. I can see them with about the same amount of time, which was just a drive-through time. Kimani Eastman is in pit lane, ladies and gentlemen. We'll stick with Kimani. Let's see what time he does in pit lane. Titus cannot catch back up to Charles, so that's over and done with in terms of battling. Here we go. Kimani Eastman gets going again. What a beautiful stop there from Kimani. 32 seconds on the board, the fastest so far here. And 55 seconds in the lane. That is the fastest so far right now, ladies and gentlemen. Kimani Eastman fighting back here, your championship leader. And with no end of this rain in sight, at least it's a damp track now. With just the slightest of winds, so that's why you haven't really seen a movement in the atmosphere for this weather. Great stop there though from Kimani Eastman, should do him well. Machine Wallace though already on the back of Daniel Williams' car. This is the best angle to watch these fights at the moment, I believe, or any fight rather in this game. Remember, Machine had to do that drive-through penalty, so he still actually needs to pit. So he's already at a disadvantage now, so he's got to run the long game actually with this one. Doesn't want to lose any time here. So Jaden Harrison goes on another lap here without pitting. Stretching it out. He's got about 12.5 minutes remaining though before he can take that pit stop legally. Wallace still within a second here to Daniel Williams. Oh, Williams goes on the power while he was on the curb there. And that is definitely a time to pit. Yes, it is. I want to believe those tires were cooked there after he got completed with that one. We'll stick around and see how long he takes in his pit stop. You'll see that when he shuts off the car, oh, he's having problems. This is a long stop, ladies and gentlemen. He's missed the mark. He had to reverse, so now he's gonna miss some valuable time here now. My goodness. has gotten it going though now, the pit stop that is. But he messed that one up extensively, unfortunately. So we've also got Ricardo Swaby there in the background. He's coming in as well. And it's a lengthy stop there from Daniel Williams. A minute and a half in the lane. Oh, and I think he might be disqualified here. Why was he sent back into pit lane? Oh, he's actually called it quits. I'm not quite sure what happened there to Daniel Williams, but unfortunately, those pit stops are not good. It's out. It's out for him. He's gone. Still to pit is your race leader, Jaden Harrison. Machine Wallace needs to head into the pit lane as well. And he is the only one left, other than Jaden Harrison, to get into pit lane. Under 10 minutes here on the clock for the pit lane to be open. So currently it is Jaden Harrison in first position, followed by Machine Wallace. And we've got Michael Charles in third, Matthew Titus in fourth, and Kimani Eastman in fifth, Javon Parry in sixth, Mitesh Ramdani in seventh, Ricardo Swaby in eighth. Jaden Harrison needs to get sub 1 minute stop here to retain the lead of this race, but it's going to be close with Michael Charles. Matthew Titus goes into the pit lane again. There's Jaden Harrison, your race leader. He's got about a minute and a half lead here now to Michael Charles. That's good enough, I should say. Michael doing really well in his pit stop. The fastest pit stop goes to Kimani Eastman with 55 seconds in the lane, as against Michael Charles 58 seconds in the lane. 35 seconds stop there for Michael and 32 seconds stop for Eastman. Matthew Titus in pit lane once more. When will Jaden Harrison bring this car in? Just about 7 minutes left now for him to take a pit stop. Trying to stretch it out here, trying to retain the lead of this race after his pit stop. Looking quite smooth and quite comfortable though in this car, in this current condition as well. He's one to talk about too in terms of increasing his talent here at CSRO. Well, actually, he did not hone his talent here at CSRO. I have to thank my friends over at JSRA for that. That's the Jamaican Sim Racing Association. Actually developed after our very nice Amsoil championship that we had, mini championship to launch Dover Raceway. The JSRA was founded after that, and it actually has a hub and a home for sim racing there in Jamaica. If you are in Jamaica and you don't know about that, that's JSRA, the Jamaican Sim Racing Association. If you want to get involved with your sim racing in Jamaica, go ahead and get involved with those guys. Oh, look at him. He's losing some time now behind Kimani Eastman though. Kimani is being shown blue flags, and now he's going to try and stay out of the way here, Kimani Eastman. Yes, he does. Kimani Eastman is in 4th position though. And is in no contention for any, for 3rd, as he's really far away from Mikel Charles. This rain has really thrown a wrench into the mix for these guys. But your race leader right now, who still retains the fastest lead of the race and has the fastest pace overall. So 1:41.812 is what he clocked there on the last one. His fastest time in race trim is 1:40.990. Oh, he's sliding out that one. Those tires are now going to start overheating for him. Titus is getting close to Javon Parry. Oh, Parry with issues at the back of the field now. Matthew Titus goes, but look at the condition of that car. He's had a few outings off track. Oh, and Harris goes into the pit lane. Harris goes into the pit lane. Michelle Wallace still needs to pit. Where is Mikel Charles? He's down the midsection of the track. This is going to be a close one as long as he can keep those threads on this tarmac. The Mustang is roaring, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to have to be a fast stop here from Jaden Harrison as he heads down into the hairpin, Mikel Charles. Mikel, though, with the fastest speed trap here of 249 kilometers per hour. 44 seconds now in pit lane for Jaden Harrison. Jaden Harrison cannot get it going. Michelle Wallace joins it. Now he gets going. 55 seconds, 56, 58, 57 seconds, a 34 second stop. Where comes Mikel Charles? He's not that quite close, but he's got a really hot set of tires under his car. Oh, and he's done it. Jaden Harrison has retained the lead of this race. Ladies and gentlemen, can Mikel Charles do anything to respond to that? It does sound like he's running a heavier traction control now on this car. We can hear that car struggling to come out of corners. It might sound like he's struggling rather, but that's the traction control. Oh no, he's lost the rear end. He held on to it quite nicely, but he's lost the rear end. It's going to lose a lot of time now to Jaden Harrison. They came out of that one about 5 or 3 seconds under each other. Advantage Jaden Harrison though, and it doesn't seem as though Mikel Charles can respond. He's cooked those tires. He's sliding all over the place. Shane Wallace comes back out of pit lane in P4, and he's 4.4 seconds away from Kimani Eastman. It's race on for this second stint here now for these folks. Mitesh Ramdan, you're looking at 6th position here with Javon Parry ahead. The two of them back at it again. Just a recap, as I know you guys can't see the leaderboard, it's a glitch rather. Jaden Harrison leads this race, just about 5 seconds separates him from Michael Charles in second place. Third position is Kimani Eastman, doing well to keep those points up here. It is your championship leader. Then we have Mashane Wallace in fourth position, 3.2 seconds, 4 seconds away from Kimani Eastman. Then we've got Matthew Titus there in fifth, Javon Parry here in sixth, fighting it out with Matej Ramdani here in seventh, who we're currently looking at in the Ferrari, followed by Ricardo Swaby in eighth. These two are actually catching up to Matthew Titus now. It's going to be a three-way fight for that fifth position. Conditions remain the same here at Zandvoort for the sixth round of your GT3 Sprint Championship. Next, we go to the most brand new track on the calendar for GT3 racing, which is Valencia out there in Spain. Actually known as a motorcycle track in previous years. The SRO group recently adopted it for racing here for the GT3 cars. Popularly known as Ricardo Tomo, the track in Valencia. The gap now is right up forward with Matej Ramdan. Mashane Wallace is closing the gap to Kimani Eastman. It's going to be a fight coming up to the end of this race for that final podium positions. But this is the closest one we've got for you right now. Parry with a very, very late lunge into that corner. But Ramdani with his own issues as well. And you see him here trying to connect the dots for that 8 minutes, but it's not working out on Ramdani. He's lost about half a second now to Javon Parry. Take you to this fight though, who is gaining and has gained half a second is Mashane Wallace on Kimani Eastman. He's trying to close the door now. As Matej Ramdani actually gets close, a heavy braking into turn 1, but he's out of that one. And he'll soon see the race leader. You've seen actually blue flags already, the race leader coming by. Take you back to this one though with Wallace. We ride on board with the Jamaican. He's reeling Kimani Eastman in now. Second stints always work out well for this guy. Very nice as he comes out of that one. He's just about 1.2 seconds away now from Kimani Eastman. This is the battle for the final podium position with about 12 minutes left on the clock. Oh, he didn't even veer down there. He's now going to do it into this turn. He just wanted to focus there on the cars braking, and he's doing quite a great job here, Mashane Wallace. Look at him. He's already gained there with Kimani Eastman, making a mistake around that turn. You can see him going wide He's overcooking these tires here. Kimani Eastman, the second stint, not working out for him. Harrison leads this race now by 9.9 seconds rather. Michael Charles in that second position. He's got a good lead against Kimani Eastman. It's almost 45 seconds. And Michelle Wallace catching up to his countryman here now. Oh, he's on the edge there as can be for that turn. Comes down the front straightaway once more. It's half a second now that separates the two. On the brake, and he's gonna take evasive action there from running into the rear end of that McLaren. Gonna try here to get a great exit. But can he get it done? No, he wants to avoid that, and he gets on the power way too late. Kimani Eastman survives just another lap. Or will he? This is where he messed it up the last time, and he's messing it up once more. He did not collect the apex on that turn, and now he's got a McLaren breathing down his neck. You can see him struggling with that car. On the inside, he has a look here, Michelle Wallace. We go to the helicam now. Gonna try to get back on the power before Kimani Eastman does. 0.2 seconds separates them now. Their championship leader is coming under immense pressure here from Michelle Wallace. Oh, that rear end does not like what it's getting done to it. Here we go down the front straightaway once more. He's going to try and break the toe here. Kimani Eastman, he still gets a great lead into turn one though, and they both running really deep into the turn there on the brakes. Shallow and short. Kimani doing better here. Into the first hairpin they go. Gets back on the pound. Kimani does well to stay away from those curves, and this is where he gets to run away. Or coming up to the second hairpin, or rather, banking right-hander here. This is where he doesn't like the car's behavior, and that's where he will lose some more pace. Two, Michelle Wallace. Michelle now having a look on the inside. He's right up alongside him. He will press the issue into the coming right-hander. They collide, ladies and gentlemen. Kimani Eastman not seeing that car alongside him. And now Michelle Wallace sees the grass and the wall. Kimani Eastman did slow down there for him though. And with 7.5 minutes or so left in this race, they've got another opportunity to get going here. He's already back under a second here, Michelle Wallace. Just right on board with Jamaica once more. This is the closest fight we've got for you. Jaden Harrison still leads this race with 8 seconds now in hand. Wonder if his McLaren is suffering the same way Kimani's is. Look at Kimani. Very hard here to steer. He's getting an immense amount of understeer in this McLaren. But Michelle Wallace right behind him is seeing much better and much clearly on these tires. that. You don't want to do that at all. You saw him just back off of it just a bit. But with Kimani's own issues, didn't really lose much here. Great fight we've got going on here right now. Kimani seemingly tiptoeing around this track. That's a mistake there from Shane Wallace. So Kimani survives once again. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 5 minutes remaining. Crunch time here in CSRO. This is where the most always occurs in our races. Everyone turns the pressure on. And definitely we're seeing that right now from Shane Wallace versus Kimani Easy. This is for the final podium spot on the leaderboard. And I know you guys can't see the leaderboard, but I want to apologize. That's some kind of internal glitch here now. But he's alongside him and he does brace him there. Heading into this next turn. Does Shane Wallace and he gets ahead now. But can Kimani respond? Kimani can manage a slight event with 47 seconds to Matthew Titus in 5th position. So, no holds barred. Let's go. Let's go racing. Now, Shane Wallace is on the other end and having to defend. And you can see him taking those defensive lines, running really tight into the corner. Does not want that McLaren to come alongside him. Oh, a mistake there from Kimani Eastman. They both went on the gravel there, but Kimani more than Shane. And it seems as though for the time being, Shane Wallace will hold on to this final podium position here. Kimani with more mistakes here, and he's now over a second to Shane Wallace. Wallace getting on with his business nicely. This is where he is suffering the most, Kimani, and he does continue to do so, as now he's lost 2 seconds within that 2/10 rather, within that turn alone. Let's take you back to the front of this field though. It is Jaden Harrison with a comfortable 10-second lead now to Michael Charles. And I'll take this opportunity, since you guys do not have a leaderboard, to see the times and some other information here available to you. and gentlemen. We've got about a minute and a half, sorry, minute and 10 seconds remaining in this round at Zandvoort, the 6th round at Zandvoort. Jaden Harrison there leading quite nicely, 10.3 seconds to him against this guy, Michael Charles. And then from Michael Charles, you've got about almost a minute to Michelle Wallace in third here, who just fought a really splendid battle against Kimani Eastman here for the final step of the podium. This will be the final lap here, or actually the next lap will be the final lap. As you can see, we are under 30 seconds remaining in this fight. What a race this has been, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, the weather not playing quite nicely for some guys today. Comes across the line one more time there, Michelle Wallace. Jaden Harrison, ladies and gentlemen, is on the final lap. Is it? Yes, it is. Let's see if he will see the checkered flag coming down the front straightaway here. Yep, he will see the checkered flag. That is race over for Jaden Harrison. Quite nice as well. Right there, Jaden, right there. Michael Charles will come across the line after a really good try here to get back ahead. Right there, Michael, right there. Whoa! Oh! Michelle Wallace. Oh, half a lap down, actually. Will now bring the field podium, rather, the podium steps to a close as he approaches the hairpin, half a hairpin. And we will start with Michelle Wallace as well in the post-race interviews. Right, so then Michelle Wallace in third. Alright, thank you guys so much. As you can see, we'll start here with Michelle Wallace. Michelle, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
Alright, let's hear how that one went for you. It's a good save in the end to come back here on the podium steps. It seems as though I think you had to do a drive-through penalty at the start.
Yeah, that was actually pretty strange. It didn't pop up for me until the start of lap 2. So I'm not sure what's happening there. So it is what it is. When it happened, I just said head down. Let's see what we can get out of it, and I got a podium. So I'm glad for that.
Well, definitely a fight there too in the end with Kimani Eastman too, but Kimani was struggling as well.
Yeah, I was going for the overcut, but it wasn't working. So I said, okay, I'm gonna have to chase him down. Had a few tapping his racing moments, but I came out on top. So yeah, I'll take the points.
Most definitely. Congratulations on the points there as well. Michael Charles, doesn't seem as though you had the pace, my guy, for this guy here, Jaden Harrison today. But we thought you would be much closer there after the pit stop. Can you describe the race for us from your end?
Oh, well, Jaden was just too quick. He had too much pace. I honestly underestimated him, and I should have did more practice. But it was a good race at the start, and I tried to undercut him, but he just went long, and I thought I would have got him, but I guess I just didn't make up enough time. And by the time he came out, my tires were dead, so he was gone.
Yes, he was. Now we move on to Jaden Harrison. Jaden Harrison, really great job here in this event. Good to see you winning races once again as well. Welcome back. Just talk us through this one. The pace, though, from switching over from the Mercedes to the McLaren seems to have worked out for you.
Yeah, slightly. Both cars are very difficult to drive in their own ways. The McLaren, the race pace is hard after like a couple of minutes. The car just completely changes. But yeah, I think I had the advantage on this track. Since I was a laps on this track and I'm decent in the rain. But yeah, I almost couldn't finish the race because I gave out. But yeah, it was a good one. Very fun with the rain.
That is indeed true. So we saw you, um, I think it was getting demoted from the front row there at the start of the race by Shane Wallace. Do you think he could have gotten away with that?
Maybe. Passing was hard here in the wet. So yeah, I think it was Mikhail, but he had some issues with his car and his setup. So yeah, passing was hard here. So if he got in front and just parked it, it would be very hard to pass.
All right, well, that's good to know there. Jaden Harrison, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, thanks a lot for coming out tonight and racing with us. Next weekend, we go racing at Valencia. I know that's going to be quite new for most of you guys, so I advise you guys to put in a lot of work there in the practice sessions. All right, thanks a lot for coming out tonight and racing with us. I'll step away now to close off the stream. All right, guys, that was our round 6 here at the Zandvoort circuit. Now we have ready for you in the next outing, Valencia, ladies and gentlemen. Valencia is a relatively new track, rather, added to the calendar of the SRO GT3 championship. As we've lost, I think we've lost the server there. I think we have. All right, that's fine. That's fine. All right. Well, I can see you guys there in chat. If you're watching the stream for the first time, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, subscription, and make sure you get the notification bell going for your subscription as well. I want to say thanks a lot to Christopher for subscribing, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.